Hello everyone again and welcome back to a new coaching call video. My name is Madeline. I am your DigiEduHack coach and I am hosting a series of 14 coaching calls over a time span of 12 weeks where we go through everything you need to know from start to finish about hosting a local hackathon in the DigiEduHack program. If you haven't seen the previous 4 videos, you might want to check out the playlist that we're currently in and check out those videos first and then watch this one, but you're also free to stay and watch this first. You will find all the materials in the description under this video. You can also find it on the DigiEduHack platform or if you join Discord as a host. If you have any questions, write them in the chat right here, or you can also reach out to us over email on the email address contact@digieduhack.com. We answer all your questions there. You can also book a one-to-one video call with us to ask questions. And now you can also join our live support weeklies on Fridays at 10 a.m. CEST or CET time. And on that note, it was really lovely meeting you guys and having a good first weekly last Friday. We had some good conversations. We were able to resolve some of the hosts' issues that they were struggling with that week, and overall had some good discussions about the project itself. So if there's anything you're wondering, the barrier is very low. Please join that weekly this Friday at 10 as said, and you can find that link on Discord. That being said, you have to join this Discord and make yourself a host by clicking the I am a host button so that you can get the link to that coaching or support weekly call. I hope that we will see you there as well. Now, let's jump in to this week's coaching call. Recruiting participants and visual branding. So at this time, you have created your challenge, you have your website, you have your partners and sponsors, and now you are trying to get participants to join in teams to solve your hackathon challenge. We will go through some best practices in terms of promotion and communication in your networks and your channels. We will also show you a marketing kit that you can use when reaching out to your local channels, networks, anyone you know, and we're going to help you use that. We'll also go through some additional guidelines that are good to take into consideration and some other recruitment activities that might be useful for you. So, best practices on promotion and communications. First, it is important to clearly define your value proposition. So, make it clear, articulate what the participants will gain from this event. As said last week in our coaching call, we made sure that you know how to reach out and articulate the value for sponsors and stakeholders. But in your promotion at this stage, we're targeting the participants and potential participants. So make sure that they know what they are getting out of the hackathon by joining. Is it good learning opportunity, networking, good prizes, just a chance to work on their project with excellent support, make an impact on the digital education that is the target of this whole event, or anything else. Also leverage social media. That is one very, very effective way of marketing. So use your own platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, maybe you're on TikTok, anything that your organization is involved in, to spread the word of your hackathon. And again, depending on your target group and target audience, might be good to see what platforms they are more active on. You probably see where you get the most response and activity. Also, consider using both organic posts, so posts that you create yourself and post on your channels, but also some paid promotion to increase your reach and be able to concentrate and focus that communication to certain areas or certain target groups. And that gets me to the third point, targeted outreach. In addition to targeting your paid promotion or targeting your promotion in terms of what social media channels you're using, you can also directly reach out to institutions, organizations, universities, different groups that might be interested in not only digital education, but your hackathon as well. As said, if you go the university direction, you can reach out to student groups or associations, teacher associations, maybe some professors themselves that have a good network of students and can share the message, or anyone that you know personally. So that can go either way according to your own experience. Another effective way of marketing is email marketing. You can have a mailing list to send out personal invitations and also updates about the event. Make sure to follow best practices if you take this action. So make sure that you have a catchy subject line, a good title that actually makes the person want to read the email. Have a good and interesting, not too long, but still informative. What is it called? Whatever, the thing that you put into your email. Make sure that you have good content. There it comes, long week. When I show you the marketing kit in a few slides, you'll see what I mean. And we're going to give you an example of a text that you can use for this. You can also send this email template or the content to these professors or student association contact persons or so on, so that they can share this same email, but you can use it for your own personalized mailing list in your newsletters or whatever as well. Since we discussed the partnerships and sponsorships last week, I will not mention it too much, but you can use those in your marketing as well. You've chosen and probably secured your partners and sponsors due to a common interest in the field and in digital education. So we are sure that their networks are just as good as yours. So please try to encourage them to also share the message along their channels and networks and so on. And also, you get some tips on the recruiting sponsors here as well. Make sure that your content is engaging, not only to your participants, but the content is engaging enough that your partners can share it as well. So make sure that you are able to share it on several different platforms and so on. Maybe it's good to include a call to action in your posts or something to even activate your participants or audience more. I'm going to show you a few example posts later in this call as well. You can also have virtual information sessions. You can host webinars or other live Q&A sessions to provide more information about your event. You can answer questions, build excitement. This is also a good opportunity for your partners to introduce themselves. You can have a keynote for your partners. They can share why they are interested in this hackathon, what they are hoping to see. You can share some potential solution examples. What angle can they choose when they are creating their own solutions, and so on. This is something that we recommend. It's a good way to motivate the participants and clear out any questions they might have, and also a good way to push them for actually registering to your event. Stay tuned for next week, because that coaching call will be focusing on planning and hosting effective pre-hackathon webinars. So we'll help you out if you choose to do this. Make sure to have clear and regular communication. So keep all your participants and potential people of interest updated about event details, changes, do follow-ups and reminders. If there's any milestones coming your way, such as a pre-hack webinar or something else, let them know so that they have the opportunity to stay on top of things all the way. Oh, jumping a bit. As I've mentioned a bit, we are providing a marketing kit for you as well. Each host gets this, and it contains the visuals that you can use or templates for these visuals that are approved, a sample copy of different posts or that email template we talked about, hashtags you can use, channels you can use, basic guidelines, and so on. To download this, you can either click the link here under Marketing Kit. You can also scan the code here, or you can download this from the DigiEduHack website. So this guide should not go unnoticed for you. And I will also share it with you right away. So this will include a sample newsletter, a sample content calendar, and a content calendar template, just to give you a marketing plan for your own organization and maybe something to share to your partners as well. We're going to give you some examples on social media posts and so on. So first here, sample newsletter and content of it. This is something that you can, as said before, send out to your mailing lists, send out to your either targeted mailing lists or anyone who gets your newsletter, up to you. For any one of your contact persons who are sending out newsletters themselves or sharing this event through their mailing lists, they can use this as well. As you can see, you can change your personal or your local hackathon details here. So maybe the dates for your particular event, webinar links, registration links, so link your own challenge webpage and so on, and own name and so on. So you're free to adjust this so that it suits you, but just a good template for you to use. A sample content calendar. This is not only so that you know and your own team and your own organization knows what you are doing and make sure that you actually keep these timelines and remember to post. But if your sponsors and partners are able to share their networks or so on, you can provide this marketing plan for them as well, so that they don't have to do all the planning themselves. They know what to do and when. If they are not able to post or share their own content, they can still share your content, hopefully repost, like any visibility. So even in that, for that purpose, it's good to send out this marketing plan for your partners and sponsors as well. And as a reminder here, remember to follow DigiEduHack on social media as well, and like and share the content posted from there. And we will do the same if we're tagged in your posts. So let's stay on top of each other's content and boost each other's posts. As said, here are some of the social media platforms that you can use. If you're active on any other channels, you have your own Discord or TikTok or whatever, you can also add that. And a better template for you, an empty template for you to fill out here as well. So we have some social media general guidelines, nothing super crazy. If you are creating a new account on your social media platforms for this hackathon, these are some profile pictures that you can use and some banners. we provide this for you. We don't require you to use them. So consider them and make sure that you think of if it's suitable for your own organization. If you don't create a specific user for this hackathon, but it's just one of your events in your own organization, then changing the profile here, profile picture and so on might of course be confusing to those of your audience who are not participating in the hackathon. So just make sure that it goes along your own guidelines and your own target groups. If you are creating, let's say, a Facebook event or a LinkedIn event, you can also use these banners and profile pictures for that. So completely up to you, but if you wish, you can use these to boost the event throughout your social media brand and image. So I will show you a few example posts on the coming slides, but as you will see, the DigiEduHack 2023 logo and the European Commission's logo are already included in those, and they have to be included in every slide. Yes, it will be included. And their place has to remain the same, so you can't move that either. It has to be same place and it has to be visible. We also give you some hashtags here, and you have to use the bolded one. So DigiEduHack, EU Digital Education, and DEAP. You also have some different other suggestions or options that you can use for hashtags. And also, of course, you can mix these with your own hashtags, meaning maybe the title of your own local hackathon or any keywords that are included or connected to your hackathon itself. So you're free to play with these, but please always use the bolded hashtags here. This is because then we can also follow your posts and see that you're being active and like and maybe repost these posts as well. So if we can't see these hashtags, then we can't support your local marketing activities either. Also, please always remember to tag DigiEduHack in any of these platforms that you're posting on, the ones mentioned below. Please always tag us. Again, same reasons. We know what's going on, and we are able to support and boost your marketing posts this way. If you have partners and sponsors, again, take them into consideration here and tag them as well, not only to give them visibility, but again, so that they can also reshare, repost. If they don't have the possibility to do that, they can see the captions that you wrote and use those maybe when they are sharing the message in their internal/external channels and so on. So the example social media posts that I have been going on about, as you can see here at the image, this is an approved visual that you can use and just change the titles and body text. So whatever your slogan is for your hackathon, a call to action, it can be register before the deadline and deadline dates or whatever you want to highlight in that post. And as you can see, you have the logo there as well already. On the left here, you can see an example text of what your launch post caption could be. And again, whatever is in colored here is something that you can edit and adjust according to your own hackathon and your own organization, link to your own challenge page, etc. But this is something you can do, and you can also see that it already contains the right hashtags that you can use and then add your own. Same here, if you want to call something extra, you want to have a call to action post, you can highlight something else. And again, just an inspiration. So you don't need to use these word by word, but just an example social media post as well. Going forward, if you are hosting a webinar, which we hope, this is again a call to action to give them information about the webinar, to register for the webinar, or just join it if that's how you want to do it. We're going to go through it next week, but you can discuss in your own organizations if you want to have a mandatory registration for the webinar, so you can be prepared on how many people will join, or if you just put the join link and anyone can join when the webinar starts. Let's not go into that anymore. But just a different example of a post to highlight your webinar and wake interest and so on. A very important social media post to highlight the deadline, a bit closer to the deadline. Here again, it might be good to highlight again why this is urgent. So here we see that the deadline is coming in soon, the registration is closing. What are the amazing prizes? What are the key values of joining? Something to push these the audience to actually now send in their application. And again, you have a visual there that you can use. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but these different posts are a bit different. And I mean the visual part. So the background is a bit varying on these to give you a bit of variation in your posts, but still keeping the same brand and the same visual identity. If you're using not only posts, but stories as well, we have some templates for that as well. So this is the visual identity that you can use for your own posts or stories, and some links that you can share. Of course, it's good to have a link to your own challenge page, since that's where the magic happens and the registrations happen and so on. Maybe you want to do a poll, maybe whatever the case may be. Yeah, this is some examples on that. So that's the marketing kit in short. You can look at it as well in a bit more in detail and actually get into the message in all those posts, etc. If you have any questions, ideas, you're missing something, or you're unsure of some of the content, whatever the case may be, reach out to us and our marketing team will take a look at it and see if they can support you there. Yes, that is a marketing kit that is available for all of you, so you can download it and yeah, use it in your marketing, and hopefully that will be useful. Continuing with our first slide, some other guidelines, just general guidelines, not only social media or marketing guidelines, but any time you communicate about the event. Make sure that you have the annual theme highlighted and that comes through in your messages as a reminder that is putting people at the center of digital education. Make sure that is clear. Also use the 2023 tagline, where innovation meets education, a super catchy one. Highlight that as well as much as you can. And lastly, we give you some communication lines that you can use to start any message or start your communication. And then after these communication lines and these one-liners, you can then discuss your local challenge more in detail, just to give that umbrella feeling of DigiEduHack being a bigger event than only one local hackathon that we are all a part of. In addition to social media or email or other online marketing activities and promotional activities, we will give you some examples on other activities that you can do. You can always go back to street comms, as we call it. You can create flyers or posters with QR codes to your challenge page or whatever the case may be, and hand these out. You can scout and select places where you can either leave posters or put the posters and flyers on the walls or hand them out to interested people and distribute them. That can be, again, a university lobby or a campus or a busy street in a startup area, or whoever your target group is. You can go to schools or whatever the case may be, neighborhoods. So whoever your target audience is, do a quick analysis on where those are and where you could find them, and go there physically on site to give out posters and put them up. You can also just go even more old school, door knocking. Don't underestimate the good, effective, traditional ways of promotion. Go meet the people this way as well. If you want to talk more to people and don't want to go knock on doors, you can also, again, reach out maybe to some university contact persons that you have, go and do a lecture if they allow you, or whatever the case may be, but have a bit more deeper discussions with interested people. You can also partake in different events. Maybe there's something in your network or nearby to your organization or in your local area where either related to hackathons or innovation itself or education or something else related to your theme that you can join. It can be festival, fairs, a conference, other hackathons. Is there a cocktail event? Anything you can think of where you could go and spread the word over some mingle and conversation. This never goes wrong, and it's always a good way to get the word out of your own event. Yeah, network as much as you can. You can have a small QR code with you ready at hand there as well, or another way to give out a link to your challenge page and so on. Yeah, anything else you can think of, the sky is the limit. Recruit, promote anywhere, anytime. You can never do it too much, or at least that's what we think. That was a quick and easy coaching call this time, and I thank you for your focus over this last 30 minutes. As a reminder before I end today is that I would like to focus on the next learning opportunity a bit. We've already had a few, and I hope that you've watched them either live or after. If you haven't, you can find them in a DigiEduHack playlist on our channel as well here on YouTube. But the next learning opportunity webinar will be on the 20th of September at 11 CEST time. So be there, be sure not to miss it. We will have new interesting speakers and new interesting topics for you. If you didn't join the last weekly support call last Friday, I advise you to join us this Friday to ask any questions, find out what other hosts are wondering, or just have some live conversation with us. Be there at 10 a.m. CEST time. And finally, I will see you next Wednesday for our 6th coaching call, where we will be focusing on webinars. Thank you, everyone, and have a lovely evening.